Hello, I'm Adam White. Welcome to Spring TV on sport927.com.au. Well, the Caulfield Cup Carnival might be over for another year, but there's still plenty of action out here at Caulfield, a couple of days out from the Cox Plate, because three of the leading chances, Marasco, also El Segundo and Harada Sun, had their final hit-outs before Saturday's Cox Plate. We'll start with El Segundo. He went through his final work around about 6 o'clock this morning, and Colin Little couldn't be happier with his horse going into the race. Remember last year, so close. Can he go a little bit better this year? Well, Colin Little certainly thinks he can.
Happy with the preparation?
Yeah, extremely so. We like to go to Moonee Valley with this horse, so he started off his first run because they ran the Ori Star at Moonee Valley instead of Flemington, so we're happy to go there, and we're back to Moonee Valley in the Dardo Tan. We preferred to run there last year, but something went wrong and horse was a little sore for a few days and we weren't able to run in that particular race. So it's a preferred option to go there, and we were able to just beat Harada Sun. So, you know, if anything, I'd say just slightly better preparation this time.
Are you more confident than this time last year?
It's hard to be more confident. I mean, we thought the horse was going all right, but it's a great race, and you know, I don't think anyone can really be all that confident going into the race. But you know, we've got faith in the horse, and we know he's at the top of his game, and he's never far away in big races, and he does love the Valley.
Is it your shot of redemption after coming so damn close last year?
I think the barrier makes a difference. Last year we drew 14, and with his style of racing, it's quite difficult for him to have an easy run. He went back to last, had to round up all the horses. He's drawn a lot better this year in 7, so he should have a better run, an easier run, and hopefully it might make a little bit of difference.
Do you actually think about last year at all?
There's a lot of publicity around the Cox Plate, and one of the publicity shots is a really good photo, one stride before the line with the three horses almost in line, but El Segundo's got his head a couple of inches in front, and so it's hard to put it out of your mind because you see that about 4 times a day everywhere you go.
It just seems a really even Cox Plate this year with probably 4 or 5 genuine chances that are very level in ability.
I'm sure that's the case. You know, you don't get many weak ones. But I'm sure there's, you know, at least half a dozen horses there that have serious chances, and I'm lucky enough to have one of those half a dozen.
Cole, is it like a losing grand final to the last year's Cox Plate as a trainer? You almost can't bring yourself to watch it.
No, not at all. Look, I'd never got to the first acceptances in a Cox Plate before, so it was my first runner, and even though we're a bit disappointed, it's no disgrace to just get beaten in a Cox Plate, you know, but we just felt that all year we probably had a unfinished business at Moonee Valley, so we're happy to be there again with another chance.
It'd be pretty sweet to win it, wouldn't it?
Well, it would be. I think after the race where, you know, actually a lot of the owners were very disappointed but also excited last year to actually run second and not that far away, and but as it dawned on us half an hour after the race, I think all of us looked at one another and said we'll be back here next year.
Well, while El Segundo was out very early this morning, Harada Sun was the last out here at Caulfield as he went through his final work with Rod Griffiths on board. Usually it's Tony Vassell, but he's gone with Rod Griffiths for the final piece of work before Saturday, and we spoke to Rod about what he thought of Harada Sun going into Saturday.
That seemed pretty impressive this morning, Rod.
Yeah, the horse felt terrific. He, you know, you would have seen him work, and he looks $1 million, and he did a nice bit of work over 6 furlongs and felt terrific. Was very, very strong, and can't do any more but leave it up to the jockey now race day.
Is he ready?
He's ready. He's ready. He's ready. He's as ready as he's ever been. So
He can do it?
He can do it, yeah.
What did Tony ask for anything specific? I know he did some pretty serious work on Tuesday. Was it just to stretch the legs pretty much, or was there any instructions from Tony?
No, Tony knows I know the horse, and Tony sort of likes to swap and change a little bit and take a bit of weight off his back. You know, Tony's not as light as me, so the horse, he felt terrific this morning. He did what I wanted him to do, and he was very, very keen and wanted to do his job. And I come in, I hopped off him, and, well, he feels $1 million, so now it's up to Damien. You know?
Does the camp, Tony, yourself, everyone around sort of feel a bit more pressure 2 days out from the biggest race of the year for you guys?
Well, I suppose everyone does, but you try not to. You try to treat it like a normal race. You know, once they leave the barriers, it's out of our control. But a race like the Cox Plate would just be beautiful to win, you know, just for everyone involved. We can't really do any more than what we've done. The horse is, you know, he's trained perfect this time around. He's done everything right. The only thing he hasn't done is won this prep. And I've got a feeling Saturday he'll turn that around.
It's not necessarily been the plan not to win, but Tony certainly hasn't been worried about the fact there hasn't been a one next to his name as preparation, because it's all been geared around Saturday.
Well, this is the race he set him for from day one. Bletchingley, before he ran first up in the Bletchingley Stakes, he didn't look right, his coat wasn't right. He's taken a while, but now he looks terrific. His coat's come good. He's probably the best looking horse out there this morning, and he felt that way too.
That was Rod Griffiths talking about Harada Sun on sport927.com.au. Marasco was the third of the leading chances to go out at Caulfield this morning. Fred Kersley wasn't on Marasco but on a stablemate as he went through his final piece of work, and Fred Kersley, like all the others, very, very happy with his horse going into the Cox Plate. That's it for us for this morning, but we'll be back tomorrow with the final word going into Saturday. You'll see it first on sport927.com.au.